And there's Mr. Anderson. He's on his way to the ring on this unpredictable edition of Impact Wrestling. Will Anderson call somebody out? We're going to find out next on Open Fight Night.
More like whales. Fish. Huh.
3 weeks?
It's going to be some warm beer and cold chicken.
No way to predict what's going through the mind of Mr. Anderson when it comes to Open Fight Night. Challenge issued is a challenge that has to be accepted.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is my very last Bound for Glory series matchup. And I just so happen to save the biggest, the baddest, the toughest. Nope. Yep. And the meanest for last. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, my opponent this evening hails from New York City. Ladies and gentlemen, Bully Ray.
Wow. It's part of the balanced schedule in the Bound for Glory series. On Open Fight Night, Mr. Anderson goes with his final Bound for Glory series matchup because every man has to face the other 11 competitors in singles competition. Anderson down to his final one-on-one chance to pick up points. But he's got to go through Bully Ray.
Yeah, tough sledding right here for Mr. Anderson to deal with that right there. One bad apple in Bully Ray. Looking good in the BFG series, obviously with 48 points, or points, depending what part of the country you're from.
Now that we know that this match is in the Bound for Glory series, quick update, Taz.
Oh yeah, again, the red line of death right there. As you can see, Mr. Anderson's in that 8th spot, so he really needs to grab some points. This is his last opportunity here, so either get a submission victory, which would get him 10 points, or a pinfall victory, which would gain him 7. Yes, I said 7.
And Bully Ray, he's just right underneath that top 4. You saw him in the tie for 5th place. Big chance here for the Bully with a victory. 7 points for the pin, 10 for a submission to get into that top 4 that you need.
I thought there was an echo in here for a minute. What, are you stealing my lines now? What are you doing here? Come on.
Just bringing it forward.
I got you, son. I got you.
What you taught me, right?
Yeah. Here we go, man. I like this matchup right here. What's not to like, right?
And especially when you consider what's on the line and what's at stake. The opportunity to get into that top 4 and the opportunity to fight for the World Heavyweight Championship in October at Bound for Glory, our biggest pay-per-view event of the year.
Got a big fight feel right here between Anderson and Bully Ray. Right here live, baby, on Impact Wrestling. See both men kind of a little hesitant to make that first move, that real big move.
Both men tentative at the outset, as Taz pointed out. And you know, while it was so great to see Sting and Hulk Hogan, Hollywood Hogan, working together, boy, I just have this feeling with the threats looming, the long and painful night that this Impact Wrestling roster does not let their guard down.
Oh, you can feel it, man. Listen, aces and eights, they're not done. They're not done. Something's going to go down here. There's more of them floating around here. I said before.
Just think of the numbers.
Absolutely. We saw 10, 11, 12, whatever the heck it was at the tippy top of the show on those bikes. How many guys was it?
We saw 2 come out right at the top.
Right.
We just saw 3 in the back, so that tells you right there.
Look at this now. Bully Ray dumping Anderson right on the back of his head.
Powerful backdrop suplex leads to a pin and a 2 count. More of this Bound for Glory Series matchup. Bully Ray, Mr. Anderson right after this. Ooh, right into the post. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back on Impact Wrestling Live. Bully Ray drops the elbow, leads right to the pin, and a 2 count on Mr. Anderson. Bully back to the well a second time. This a Bound for Glory Series match with Anderson and Bully Ray.
I mean, listen, the offense, the onslaught by Bully on Anderson has just been something to see. I mean, during his break, pure beatdown.
Full court press.
Yes, sir.
From Bully Ray. Own a piece of history, ladies and gentlemen. Slammiversary, the 10-year anniversary for TNA Wrestling. We celebrated one of the most memorable nights in company history. DVD. It's available now.
Look at that, Bully Ray just dropping. Well, there's a pop-up. He's going to pop-up. Bully Ray, again, here we go, cover.
Yeah, no infield fly rule on that as Bully Ray just continues this beatdown. Anderson's just never had a chance really to get untracked in this match.
No, he hasn't. I mean, again, giving up that size and power to Bully Ray. And Anderson might be giving up a little bit of experience, too, here to Bully. I mean, Anderson knows what he's doing in there, a former World Heavyweight Champion. But Bully doesn't make many mistakes in between those ropes.
Powerful blows with the cross-face shots and strikes from the Bully. Assault continues. High overhead suplex. Another pin. And another near fall. Both men desperately fighting to pick up the valuable, all-important points in the Bound for Glory series. Trying to move up the standings. And that goal is to finish in the top 4. We will find out at No Surrender when the top 4 move on. Our No Surrender pay-per-view in September. Exactly who it is that challenges for the championship in October. And this matchup, it's still all Bully Ray.
Sure is. I mean, it's tough right now for Anderson. He's got to try and find an opening to get some momentum on his side here, Mike.
Anderson has the support of the Impact Zone crowd, but it hasn't helped him to this point. Off the slam, here comes the Bully out of the corner.
Well, talk about no mistakes by Bully. That's what I said earlier. I stand corrected. Big mistake right there. Anderson had the wherewithal to get himself out of the way. Can Anderson capitalize, Mike?
This is the opening. Anderson's been waiting for minutes just to get to this point, but I'm not sure that Anderson isn't worn down to the point where maybe he doesn't have that comeback in him. Anderson on hands and knees crawls back to confront the Bully as both men exchange.
Both men going punch for punch. Anderson seems like he's getting fired up with every punch he's getting. Anderson seems like he's getting fired up with every punch he's getting hit with.
Now it's Anderson who tried to string together just a couple of punches. Cut off by the knee to the midsection, but then Anderson comes back. Clothesline, back elbow. Now he's got the offense going.
Oh, look at this, look at this. Beautiful spinning neck breaker right there.
Here's the pin.
Got him. Oh! So close was Anderson, so close. This is his last hurrah here in this BFG series, Anderson. He needs to get a win.
Another pin. Anderson gets 2 again. What an unpredictable night this has been right from the very outset with aces and 8s arriving. The incredible return of Hollywood Hulk Hogan. How enraged Hogan was. But boy, there's still that uneasy feeling throughout this building.
You can feel it. Aces and 8s. That stench, like I said before.
Oh, man. Just too much weight.
I could smell that stench stench still around here. I'm telling you, I can feel it. And look at this. I'll tell you who's feeling some pain right now is Anderson.
And the Bully
Might be toast.
His chance for the neck breaker, but still not enough to pick up 7 points with a pin. The adrenaline rush enables Anderson to connect in the corner and able to take Bully Ray down. Here it is.
Can he get him? Can he get him? Tell you what, that showed a lot of heart right there out of that man there. Anderson able to nail that move, but Bully Ray able to kick out. What does Anderson have on his mind now? He is definitely looking good here.
Desperation move, but it paid off for the Bully.
He was looking good.
Anderson like a sitting duck in the corner as the Bully first connects with the punch. Now going to try and suplex Anderson back in.
Yeah, I think he's going to get him here. I think Bully's going to pull off this superplex. Sure did.
Big impact on the blow. The move delivered by Bully Ray. Bound for Glory Series met. Wait a minute. What's going on?
Wait, you hear that?
I heard it. Do we have it? We have it. There it is. Camera crews in place. More members of Aces and Eights.
Yeah, but I think that
are being met by the Impact Wrestling roster. I see Gunner. And then it was
Kurt Angle.
Robbie T also.
Kurt Angle too. They're able to, whatever the hell those Aces and Eights guys were up to, they're able to attack them, and I don't want to see what the hell's going on there. Oh, wait a minute. Look at this. Look at Bully.
Bubba Bomb leads to the pin on top. Did he get it? No. Just one of those things that we were anticipating as far as Aces and Eights is concerned. And Aces and Eights still here in the impact zone as Anderson comes right back, drops the Bully, spiked it with the DDT.
Look at Anderson. He's on the hop, man. He senses it. He feels it. He's got it.
Anderson the pin. Here's 2.
Oh, man. Bully Ray able to pop that shoulder up, prevent that loss.
Bully going to turn right around, able to duck the clothesline.
Uh-oh. Watch that mic check.
There it is. Could be enough for Anderson. Here's the pin. And a victory.
7 points for Anderson. It was a clutch opportunity and a clutch moment, and a clutch player got a clutch home run. And that home run was 7 points for Mr. Anderson. Big moment right there for Anderson.
Important victory in the Bound for Glory Series. Mr. Anderson picks up 7 on the board.
Well, it was all about this here. Once Anderson's able to nail that mic check, he's able to get the victory and grab the 7 points. Hell of a contest between both these men.
Going to take another look at the updated leaderboard in the Bound for Glory Series that will reflect the victory for Anderson, but not sure if it's going to be enough for Mr. Anderson to get into that top 4. I don't think so.
Well, let's see. Now, you're right. He's sitting there in that 7th spot under the red line of death. That's a tough deal. Bully Ray tied at 5th with Angle. Unless they forgot to put the 6th, maybe. Oh, no, it's a tie.